Hello, my name's Sammy Faircloth. I'm a freelance writer and the author of the Caravan Handbook. Today I'm going to show you how to change a jockey wheel. Now this jockey wheel was the original jockey wheel that came with the Caravan, and you can see it's got just a plastic wheel, which isn't ideal on grass pitches or on gravel as it tends to sink. So I'm upgrading my jockey wheel to this Kartt jockey wheel, which is far more robust with a much better wheel. So let me show you how to change this. Once we've ensured that the handbrake is on, we need to raise the jockey wheel to the maximum height. The most important thing when you do this is to make sure that the rear of the Caravan doesn't hit the ground. And one thing you can do to prevent that is to just lower the rear corner steadies slightly, so that if it does bottom out at the back, it's going to hit your corner steadies rather than the base of the Caravan. And also, more importantly, is to chock the wheels as well, as just double checking. So here, I'm just chocking both sides of the wheel. So what we need to do is we need to raise the jockey wheel to the maximum height, which is just there. You heard that little clunk, that means it's got to the top. So that's as far as we go at this stage. Now the next stage is to make sure that all your corner steadies are lowered. You can either use your corner steady winder, or for ease I tend to use a drill with a corner steady drill bit. Then need to move to the rear to do the rear ones. It's important to note that you mustn't use your corner steadies as a jack. Okay, now that we've wound this up to the top, we've got the handbrake on, the corner steadies are down, we're now ready to start loosening. So you need to make sure that you hold the top of the outer assembly, and then you can start loosening. Now I'm just going to point out I'm wearing gloves to do this job, and the reason why is not because it's really cold, it's because the jockey wheels, you'll see later, are really quite greasy inside, so they can make a bit of a mess. So start unwinding, and what you'll feel is it starting to come apart, and as you can see, this bit comes out the top here, and then the old bit, the inner assembly, drops down, and you can see how much grease there is in there. Now, if I was going to reuse this one, I don't really want it to drop onto the ground because I don't want grit or dirt to get stuck in this grease, because then it will damage the inside of the outer tube. We're now going to fit the new jockey wheel. To do this, we need to make sure that the wheel is between our feet to stop this section from falling out. As I say, we don't want to get any grit on the grease. So hold this part, and as you can see, I felt that it was about to go, so it is greasy, but just hold that and then carefully lay it down. And then what we're going to do is we insert this section, and what you'll notice with this particular A-frame is the jockey wheel assembly unit it's encased. And this is really the harder one to do, because on a lot of older Caravans, the actual assembly unit's on the outside of the A-frame, which makes it a lot easier actually, because you can just attach it from the A-frame, whereas this one you have to do it this way. So what you do is you insert your outer casing in, and then you need to tighten it. Okay, next we need to insert this into the outer assembly. If you are having trouble trying to get this to fit in, you just need to raise this section, and hopefully you should get that right. And then what you need to do is you lift it right up, and then just start winding it on so that it holds. Once the two sections are connected together, we can then drop this down a bit. Now, one thing I will say is don't over tighten this. And then once we've done this, once that's on the ground, we then need to retract the corner steadies. And then don't forget to do the rear corner steadies. And then finally, remember to remove your chocks. So once you've got your A-frame at the right level for setting up with your tow car, make sure that all the corner steadies are up, make sure your handbrake is on, and you're ready to set up to the tow car. For more helpful tips for anybody that's new to caravanning or somebody that's an old hand and just wants to learn more, but you can purchase my Caravan Handbook from Amazon, Alan Rogers' website, or my own website, www.traveltouringandtrips.co.uk.